Sa paggawa ng NTE, Notice to Explain, after matanggap ni HR, dapat ba o hindi dapat i-disclose ang identity ng taong nag-report or department lang ang banggitin? Ano ba ang difference nito sa whistleblower? Kailan dapat makategorize sa whistleblower policy? Ang concern is baka hindi nagmawa ng incident report kung meron mang gustong mag-report.
The whistleblower policy or whistleblowing policy is a very good policy because it caters to employees who, ito nga dinidescribe ko sa inyo, gustong magmalasakit sa company, gustong magmalasakit sa employer, but at the same time, they don't want to get involved. No, they don't want to get involved. So that's how you encourage them, by a whistleblower policy. Now, whistleblower policy, it's different from company to company. No, although may template po yan, pero depende po yung terms and conditions niyan on a per company basis. Kasi ito namang whistleblowing policy, hindi naman po ito batas. There is no law, there's no rules and regulations on whistleblowing policy. We just have our labor law, we have our rules on evidence, we have the rules of court. Kung wala po kayong whistleblowing policy, assuming wala po kayo whistleblowing policy, then you have to talk to the person who's the source. Kailangan kausapin niyo po. Kung wala kayong written policy on whistleblowing or whistleblower, kakausapin niyo po siya. And to protect the employee, you have to negotiate with the employee na to come out in the open. Bakit po? Kasi ganito, whether may whistleblowing policy kayo or wala, at the end of the day, you have to prove your case against the employee who is allegedly committing a violation or offense. Kasi kung hindi nyo po ma-prove, di ba sabi ko nga, if you're listening earlier, sabi ko kay Mr. Tak, it is the employer who has the burden of proof, who has the burden of evidence, who is responsible to provide valid reason, meaning substantial evidence, witnesses, documents, that the employee really committed a violation or an offense that would merit his dismissal. Now, what if ayaw kayong suportahan ng inyong testigo? Ayaw kayong suportahan ng whistleblower? Mapapahamak po kayo. If you're the employer, if you're the company, and you take steps to dismiss the employee who committed an offense, at you don't have enough basis, you don't have enough witnesses, kasi nga ayaw magpakilala, ayaw mag-cooperate ng whistleblower, saan po kayo pupulutin? You would lose the labor case. Matatalo po kayo. That's why sabi ko, itong whistleblowing policy, it's a healthy compromise, but at the same time, you have to know that at the end of the day, if the employee chooses to file a complaint against the company, you bear the risk. You bear the risk if you cannot get the whistleblower's cooperation. So, yan po. Iweweigh nyo yan. So, anong maganda sa whistleblowing policy? Sometimes kasi you can get independent evidence, no? Ito po yung sinasabi ko sa mga client. So, may whistleblower. Sabi ng whistleblower, ayoko pong mag-come out in the open. Wag nyo na po akong idamay dyan. I invoke our whistleblower policy. Keep my identity secret. I want to be anonymous. Gusto ko lang pong magmalasakit sa company, but I don't want to be involved. So, what can you do? What you can do is conduct an investigation. You need to have independent, separate evidence from the whistleblower, such that even if the whistleblower does not testify, does not produce affidavit, remains anonymous, remains secret yung identity niya, meron kayong enough evidence, other evidence that you've gathered based on the lead, no? Based on the tip that was given to you by the whistleblower. Kayo mismo nakapag come up with the evidence na ito, so that even if the whistleblower does not testify, you still have substantial evidence against the employee who committed the offense or violation. Yan po yan. Para magkaroon ka lang ng peace of mind na enough na ba ito for purposes of going against the employee, then try to consult with a lawyer. So, who can give you some advice on the rules on evidence.